This is your weekly market update for the greater Portland, Maine area. These are closed sales in the last 7 days, median numbers. So, days on market was flat, 6 days on market, so still less than a week. The list to sale ratio still at 100%, so people getting what they're asking for in the greater Portland, Maine area. And the median sold price 507,000, which was down a little bit from the week before. The average 30-year fixed interest rate dropped a little bit to 6.72%, and of course, your US inflation still at 2.4% year over year. We have a lot to talk about this week. First thing I want to do is a little update on the Middle East situation. So recap is Israel bombs Iran nuclear sites, then Israel and Iran start exchanging blows, then the United States comes in, drops massive bombs on the nuclear development sites, and then most recently Trump brokered a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. So we'll put a little pause on that for a second. Other things of note this past week, tariffs. We continue to see stability in the tariff war situation. The agreement between China and the U.S. appears to hold. The agreement between UK and the U.S. continues to hold. Canada and the U.S. were battling again. Trump has walked away from the negotiating table temporarily. But overall, stock markets liked the ceasefire in Israel. They liked the stability in the tariff world. And we saw the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones all go up. So I want to kind of talk about how does this world war situation, this trade war situation, play into some stocks and what you might be watching for if you're interested in playing the stock market. So this past week, NATO voted to increase their defense spending to 5% of each company's GDP. And what that means is they're committing to spend more on defense. In addition to that, we obviously have these conflicts popping up in different areas. So what we have seen in the last 6 months is a lot of defense companies have seen an uptick in their stock prices. So if you're interested in investing in a specific stock, you might want to check out some of the defense stocks, what's going on with them, can you catch them on the upswing. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the continued increase of the power of AI. So NVIDIA and a lot of other companies in the past 6 months have just seen their stock prices roaring. In addition to that, companies like Salesforce have reported that 50% of the tasks they are doing are being performed by AI. And at the same time, we have the highest number of college grads unemployed in 12 years. I don't think these things are unconnected. Obviously, you have the overall economy, but I think that AI is taking a lot of those post-grad jobs away. Salesforce saying 50% of their work being done by AI. So I would say if you are in a company that is utilizing AI, make sure that you're making it complementary and making you more productive instead of fighting it, because jobs are going away. In the state of Maine, again, as you can see, we've had a really hot week, an increase in the number of sales, an increase in the number of listings, still a very hot market. The last thing I want to talk about, which is both national and in the state of Maine, is first-time home buyers. They are being squeezed out of the market. Reportedly, you need $126,000 to afford the median price home in the United States, and less first-time home buyers bought homes last year than any other time, and the average age was 36, which is kind of depressing. People need to be able to buy homes. So if you are having a hard time figuring out how you're going to afford a home, please reach out to me. We have a couple of different things we can look at to make a long-term plan to make sure that you end up in home ownership. If you have any questions about what we talked about this week, reach out, and I hope you have an awesome week.